Hey guys, are you in a relationship?
Well,
Oh wow.
I could say
Clearly you don't take her seriously. Let's go to you. I mean,
Why?
I've just seen and that's just a way. The pause was just too long.
I just have special people in my life. Special someone in my life. She's not
No. Let's stick to people. Let's say people.
Okay, it's people. Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? I get you in trouble, man. Get you in trouble. Yeah.
It's okay.
How about you?
Me, nah,
She has
bro.
this woman.
Yeah.
She who? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Because I know,
Some
even
off and on stuff.
with just your line of work, if it's dating, you're always meeting new faces every single day,
All the time.
all the time, and you're seeing something special, maybe in all so many different people.
Wow.
And you know what is interesting?
Yeah.
Is so I tried maybe a few years back.
Yeah.
And it just got to a point where I couldn't. Nice airplane. Hold on. I couldn't.
Yeah.
There was no trust anymore.
Yeah.
Not because I had done anything,
You've
just because
you've
of
seen
the lifestyle
things.
that I live and all
The
the
life
people that I meet and all that.
Yeah.
And your
It's
hours,
tricky.
Because you can't
I'm
do a relationship
mostly
with
busy
hours, yeah.
all weekends.
You're taking
Like,
pictures on
Friday.
Instagram. You're like, and you
No,
said
it's
you don't
the
have time for me,
No,
and
yeah. Ladies demand
yeah, but-
time.
yeah.
You don't have getting time for
the
them
time
is crazy.
Because Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're busy, you're packed, you're
Yeah.
Monday you're
scheduled.
sleeping there.
And then Monday maybe they're working or something else. They have their
True.
own thing going on. So it's a tough balance to get right.
Mhm.
But I think once you get it right,
It's
it
kind
could
of
be
tricky,
great.
right?
Yeah. It is tricky. It is hectic, and yeah.
You understand?
Nairobi has the most beautiful.
It has
women.
amazing.
Oh yeah, bro.
I can only imagine, even for you guys,
Right.
just so I can
Working behind the counter like
yo,
Okay.
always new faces every day.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
yeah. But it's just interesting, and even just with what comes with your work of life and the discipline that it also requires.
Yeah.
Because as much as you're seeing all these people, you really also have to understand we need to make numbers.
Yeah.
We need to focus on this person and move on to the next client.
Yeah.
So you have to keep it professional. Maybe you can slide in the Instagram handle talk to me later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
literally.
Talk to me later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then also another thing, on discipline, on that point,
Yeah.
I think a big issue in our industry is addictive behavior.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of people that you'll hear about who are proper full-blown alcoholics,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
drug addicts. I mean, there's just
Yeah.
because of the life.
Yeah.
And because you're exposed to these things every day,
Yeah.
and you're exposed to people who are doing this every day.
Yeah.
And
It
it's
gets
just
to
so readily
gets
available.
to
Yeah.
So I mean, you could be working in the bar at the end of the night, you just have a couple of drinks, then you go and you get another drink before you get home.
Yep.
So I mean, it's just
It becomes normal.
it just
You don't
becomes
even
very-
realize, and
Yeah.
then it's
Yeah.
before you know it, you really need it to function normal.
Exactly.
yeah.
So
Wow.
I am very careful. I'm sure he is as well. He goes less than me.
Yeah.
So I'm very careful to always monitor that.
Yeah.
At least after maybe 1-2 weeks of going very hard,
Mm-hmm.
just make sure that you can take the break. Because once you can't take the break, then something's wrong.
There's
Yeah.
something wrong.
Once you wake up and you're like, before anything,
Mhm.
I want a drink. That's it's a problem.
Okay, nice. Now, just one final question before, we just wrap up the podcast, and
Yeah.
I throw a nice challenge at you guys.
Okay.
Just before I go to my last question, there's just something that you mentioned off camera, and that's just mental health
Yeah.
and depression.
Mm.
And a lot of people, even in the nightlife, we say,
Mostly.
yeah, people might just be coming to order for a drink, but you can see in their face yo,
It's an escape.
yeah, it's an escape.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
trying to escape
Yeah.
from
So-
something. So let's
Yeah,
touch
that's
on that a
definitely
bit.
something that doesn't have enough, I think, awareness as of yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you'd find from people who are working in the industry to people who are not, and people who are just enjoying the nightlife,
Yeah.
you'd find that many people are just not coping well
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
whatever's going on in their life.
Yeah.
And I can speak more for people who are in the industry.
Yeah.
So again, back to the people who are on night shifts and so on. So
Yeah.
if your work life is 6 days a week, every night, I mean, first of all, you live in darkness.
You deal with alcohol.
You deal with alcohol every day.
Yeah.
Rarely do you have people to talk to outside your work circle. And so it lets you get into a bad place. Because I mean, personally, I've been in bad places before.
Yep.
You
where
have?
I've been, especially
Yeah.
because I used to live alone.
Yeah.
And that was, I don't think, the brightest idea on my side.
Really?
Because what I found is that what I'm doing now, I'm living with housemates, sharing a house, and it's a good support structure to have. to be able to just talk to people.
Mhm.
So I would say don't seclude yourself.
Yeah.
Get people who will be able to notice when something's not on point.
Yep.
And yeah, just don't keep it to yourself.
Yeah. It's okay not to be okay.
There's so many cases you hear of friends that you used to work with, people you used to work with who have passed on, who have taken their own lives.
Yeah.
I mean,
So many
it's just
cases.
because they're not able to cope and they have nobody to
And talk to or
talk
just
to.
share about
Yeah.
something just
Yeah.
really small.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it all starts with like the addiction and all of the things that we're exposed to.
Yeah.
And I just think
This life is crazy.
maintain yourself, everything in moderation, and
Yeah.
find your people.
Yeah.
Your people that are your safe places. Find your people that are comfortable with you and you're comfortable with them. Share with them, talk
But-
about it. Because if there's all this stigma around it, it'll never be spoken to. So especially the guys out there who are hustling out here, working in the industry,
Yeah.
don't be so tough. Let it out once in a while. Yeah. What I say is, men don't cry often, but
Yeah.
find time to cry.
Yep.
Because
Just hide when you're crying.
Exactly. Once you start crying, cry
Yeah.
for everything in your life.
Oh
once,
yeah, true.
and then you're good for like
Yeah,
a while. So I
yeah.
think, definitely,
And it's very like
Yeah.
also if you think about it, like in the nightlife,
yeah.
there's so many superficial conversations that people have at night, so you don't get to
amazing.
actually like just
amazing.
talk to somebody and know how they're doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's always like, oh, how are you doing? Yeah, this
Yeah,
and this.
yeah,
It's
this
always
and that.
about the hypes.
Yeah, always a good.
Yeah,
good time.
but you never really like get to know like, yo, are you good with
Yeah,
your
yeah,
girlfriend?
exactly.
Are things okay at
Exactly.
home?
How's work?
They- yeah,
How's
yeah.
everything? Yeah. How's the
How are you
family?
really doing, like health-wise and all those little
Exactly.
things that we take for granted. You miss all those conversations
Yeah.
in nightlife. So I mean, it's also really important to understand where you are.
And something I'd say as well, like for me,
Yeah.
before I got into working like this,
Yeah.
I was very introverted.
Mm.
I was never an extroverted person.
Yeah.
So what I found is that, let's say I have 2 events on 2 days or 3 events during the week.
Yeah.
After that, I'm gonna need like a day or 2 just to rebuild that social energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll like burn out and I'll just be like, no, bounce. I don't want to talk
I'm
to
not
you.
doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need to take time. Don't over push yourself,
Mm.
and make sure you know yourself and you know how you work and what works and what doesn't, so that it's it.
But Kev, you know that you said something. You should find someone to talk to. You
Yeah.
know there are people that don't have no one to talk to.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Where can they go?
Come talk to me, bro.
or come to the Kiskapades
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah,
People are
yeah,
talking.
yeah,
People,
yeah.
and that's the whole reason why I started the podcast. Because there's so many different, especially like in the arts.
Yeah.
There's so many different people with so many different situations, and they really just want to talk and share their experience. But you see, like probably like on TV, that's not what they want.
Yeah.
TV, they just want maybe the drama that they're going to give them like most likes and everything.
Yeah.
But they miss out on the real conversations. Like, you know, how's bartending? You see, like we can talk about all the fun stuff,
Yeah.
but we shouldn't leave out like, you
The
know,
bad stuff.
we're also dealing with, and that's why like even when it comes to alcohol and it's being advertised, they say excessive consumption of alcohol
Harmful to your health.
can be
Yeah.
it can be like
And your wallet
physical
too.
and like it can be physical, physical, mental, your wallet.
Yeah.
It can go so many other ways.
Yeah.
But you also have to be just aware,
Yeah.
and also people you keep around you are also very
Very
important.
important. Very
Yeah.
important. People you keep around you actually they can make you grow or fall down
True.
Literally.
easily. Yeah.
Have
True.
people who drive you, who motivate you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who want to grow with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna be in trouble.
Nice. So I'll just ask you guys, like,